So today is day, I think 3, being out of surgery. And I was feeling very irritable and agitated, just being very honest. Last night, my kids were being very rambunctious because they were ready to go back to school, and I had did some of their school shopping for them so that I go ahead and get some of those good deals right now, because right now the deals are really good because they don't go back till August the 10th. So, but I went ahead and I got their backpacks, and I got some of the, composition books, and the spiral notebooks. And what else did I get? Oh yeah, the folders that has the prongs inside. Teachers always love that kind of stuff. And we got some highlighters, some pencils, and glue and coloring crowns, because mine are still little, so they still have to do the crowns with the glue. So, but needless to say, so I am a part of a airport and port community, and I was looking at the app, and they were spilling out a lot of contracts today, and I could not help myself. So I ended up taking one here in Orlando, and I'm gonna get paid about 300, so, and plus it's my territory. So I'm currently at the Sellport area, like where you wait at for the passenger to arrive. I tried to get here a little bit early because I wanted to beat the traffic, because here in Orlando it is Friday today when I'm making this video, and there's a lot of people that travel into Orlando on Friday. So, once they get done with work, saying they throw their kids in the car and they throw their suitcase in the car and they just travel over here to Orlando. I know I do that as well sometimes, just to have a little getaway, what I'm saying, with the kids. Because there's like a lot of different resorts that you can just go to for like 2 or 3 days, and then you can just go back home to your life, what I'm saying. So that's the one good thing about living here in Florida. We have a lot of amenities out here. So but needless to say, I just wanted to come on here. So last night when we had got back from doing the shopping and everything like that, I've been having like, I want to eat like actual food, but I know I can't because of the surgery. And all I have to do is just lift up my shirt, and all I have to do is look at the scars, and it reminds me, hey, what I'm saying, you can't do that. So but yeah, so what I did, instead of going and trying to like puree something down or whatever, I went to the kitchen and I just made myself some more of the better than bouillon. I made one of those for me, and I actually tried the low sodium beef one today, and I am not a fan. I've actually never really been a fan of beef stock, not unless it's like Ayu beef stock. Needless to say, the one that I have that's not open, I'm gonna go trade it in with my receipt and go get another vegetable one or another chicken one. But yeah, I'm definitely not a beef lover. I told my my boyfriend, I was like, look, you can use this for like when you make your steak or whatever, and yeah, enjoy that, because I'm not a beef stock lover. I never have been. Like, even when I make my my beef, I use chicken stock, so yeah. But it's very beautiful here today in Orlando. I'll let you see the tower. Let's see if I can get it. If you can see it. If you can see the tower all the way there in the background, it's very tall. But I am here at their wait station. I only have like a little bit of time, but I just figured I would just sneak in a video and express about like how I've been feeling and stuff like that. When I first got here from driving from where I live, it takes about an hour to get here, where I live from. Um, so I walked around a little bit, so that at least, I wasn't just sitting, because where I'm taking them to, I think it takes about an hour to get them to where they're going to. So they'll be going somewhere into Sarasota from here. So, but that's why it's paying so well. And, but yeah, needless to say, um, there's a lot of other like transporting companies that are here as well that are parked up in this area, because there are a lot of other, there's transporting other companies that they help with, picking up people from the airport here and stuff like that. So you got like these sprinter vehicles, and other like SUVs, and there's like taxis and cabs, and I don't really think there's a difference between taxi and cab. I think they're like sister and brother. I don't know, but yeah. Um, but yeah, for the most part, it's very busy here at this location, because it's like the airport is like, I mean, dude, it's literally like right there. Like we're in the airport already. So they have a lot of what do you call it, like a lot of undercover cops here as well. And yeah. But I did, y'all. I got a very, oh man, I had such a craving, and I'm still cycling at this time right now too. I don't think that was playing a part. I don't even know what I was craving. I was just, my body was like wanting like actual food. And I was like, nah, Felicia, not today. We on restriction till we go back to the doctor. It's bad enough I came out and I wasn't supposed to. You know what I mean? And the other thing I have noticed too, since the surgery, because before, I was stage 2 diabetic, and I'm kind of like in the wind right now, just waiting to see what happens. That's why I'm trying to be so strict on myself about this diet. You know what I mean? Um, I haven't been getting up in the middle of the night to go to the restroom at all. Whereas before, I would get up like once or twice in the middle of the night. And now I don't get up at all. I just go to sleep, and not unless my kids wake me up, I'm getting up with them, dealing with them, because that's just the ongoing thing till, they move up out of my house. You're going to always have to deal with, your kids, per se. At least I do. I get up with my kids, like if my kids get up in the middle of the night, I make sure that they're okay, and, that everything's fine. That's just what I do as a parent. Not all parents do that, but I do. I don't know. My kids, like, they get up for the most stupidest thing. Oh, I'm thirsty, or oh, I wanted to see what you were doing. Sleeping? I mean, what did you think I was doing? If I'm just laying there and I'm sucking in air through my mouth, I mean, what do you think I'm doing? Oh my God, I don't know. Kids, I mean, they just, I think they're definitely been put in my life to keep me on my toes, but oh man. And then, okay, yeah, so that too. So, before I was having a lot of pain here in my shoulder, and I knew it was when they had put my body and they had filled it up with gas or whatever. So I know that there was still some here. It was in my shoulder. So like I've been doing like, like the range of motion thing, and like trying to just roll the shoulders and like vice versa and stuff like that to try to get some type of range of motion. And it helped a little bit. And then I was also doing the there's like an exercise you can do on the side of your bed, and maybe I'll show y'all. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know if y'all are cool enough for that. Um, if I'm comfortable enough with that either, because it looks awkward. You know what I'm saying? The position looks so awkward, but it helps with the range of motion. Um, and it's something that you can do after surgery. It's not gonna like um mess you up or anything like that. So I had to think about it. I had to put a pin in it. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe if you write about it, um, um, I'll let you in on it. But yeah, so it did help a little bit with that range of motion, making the mobility more loose. And then I did notice too when I was driving out here, because they were saying that they didn't want me driving, and I thought it was because they had me on oxycodone. You know what I'm saying? Like it's because it's a painkiller or whatever. But I didn't take any today. I just strictly did Tylenol. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I don't like feeling like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like feeling where like something is controlling my body. You know what I'm saying? I want to be in control of my body, and as we should be in control of our body. But yeah, so I haven't really been taking it because it makes you feel all kind of like groggy and foggy and loose, I guess is the terminology. But and it wasn't even helping with my pain because it's gas. I mean, how's that gonna help with gas? You know what I'm saying? We need some like gas X or something, right? Okay. But and speaking about gas, okay, so yeah, that's the other thing too, because this is day, like I said, 4, right? Okay, so on the, I don't know, dude, ever since I left the hospital, everything, like my movements are all black, okay? I mean, we're talking about like licorice black, and they're not solid, they're loose, okay? And I had called, right? I had told you I was going to give you an update on that. So I did call and I did speak to one of the nurse practitioners there that is like part of my doctor's team. And she told me that that's absolutely normal. It's because my body's pushing out, whatever doesn't belong, So she said it could be part of the gas, because like I said, I had issues passing gas. She said, it could be also too, when they're saying that things that don't belong, saying for the most part, and I mean, I could be wrong about this, individuals that end up, getting diabetes, I honestly think it's because of, that you could possibly have parasites, I mean, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying, because I'm telling you, it's been black. Every time that I go to the restroom, it's just black and it's liquidy. I mean, Like, you would think I'm an octopus and I'm just spewing out my ink. Okay, that's what it looks like. And I'm not trying to be gross. We're all adults here. At least I hope so. If not, I'm sorry, but uh, that's what it is. And we're here talking about bariatrics. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to educate you on, like I said, what I've been going through, and what, if you're getting ready to go through this, what you may end up going through, and maybe there's a way that you can make it a easy journey for you. So, and let's see what else. So when I was driving here, I did notice that, because the doctor did say that my blood pressure is going to go up and down, and it's only because of the pain in your body. You know what I'm saying? Because whenever you're in pain, your blood pressure will go up. You know, and I did take my blood pressure this morning, and it was a little high, and it was only because I was in a little bit of pain, um, you know, early this morning when I had got up. But that's when I first get up. You know what I'm saying? I start getting my body going and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't know. I have a high pain tolerance, anyways. I mean, for goodness sakes, I've had kids, and once you've had kids, you know what real pain is. And I'm not even talking about you going through childbirth. It's you raising them kids. Okay, that is the pain, and the taxes. Okay, and then the hot heat here in Florida. Okay, that's what pain is. Okay. Anyways, um, so, dude, people are so weird. There's like so many people here at this location that I'm at right now. There's so many people, and plus it's Friday, so there's a lot of people just like driving in and out, in and out, in and out. So, but yeah, so I ended up going, and I went and got the car detailed before I went and picked up these passengers. I always go and get my car detailed before I pick up my passengers, just so that I know that they're in a clean vehicle. Wipe down the dash a little bit before I go get these guys. But yeah. And I went and got them some water. I always, like I said, I keep water in my car for these passengers, because they come off of long flights for the most part, because it's international. I usually deal with all the international ones for the most part, just because I don't know. I mesh well with anybody. I'm like a chameleon, because I've always been like a social butterfly. I can talk to anybody. I don't care what your background is. One way or another, I can connect with you. I mean, for real. Like, even this guy over here that's kind of weirding me out. One way or another, I could find something where we can connect. Because I just like I said, I come across everybody, from the homeless to your middle class people, to white or blue collar, or empowered people, governors, officials, you name it. And I consider that one of my power skills, being able to communicate with anybody and comfortably. So I'm ready to pick up these passengers, because I'm also hoping too that I don't bump into like other couriers that I work with, because then they'll run back and be like, "Oh my God, you're never gonna believe who I seen." They're gonna be like, "Oh my God, I thought she was on bed rest." And I should be at home right now. I should be at home sitting watching a movie. But listen, okay, I've almost watched all of the movies at this point, and those who know, you know what I mean, okay? But um I'm wondering when, and I'm going back again, but I'm wondering when that's all gonna clear up, where my waist will go back to normal. I don't know. I guess we're gonna just find out together on this journey. But because there's a lot of things that, like, I'm talking about that nobody else was really talking about in their bariatric surgery. They just tell you, "Oh yeah, I was drinking my water, and I was, I drank my stock, my chicken stock, and you know what I'm saying." They didn't tell you that they were having hunger pains. They didn't tell you that they had to lift up their shirts so that they remembered that they had a surgery and that they can't eat no food. They didn't. They just kept it all, you know, like peaches and cream. And let me tell you, you're gonna have good and bad days. Like I said, you will. You're like, yesterday it was an okay day. You know what I'm saying? Today I'm happy because I know that all I have is one more week, and then I go back in to my doctor, and then hopefully they'll put me on Pureed, which I'll be real happy about that, because I got this. I have a Ninja, so I definitely could puree some things down. Your girl ain't scared to puree some things down. Mm-mm. And like I said, I'm going to continue. I'm going to try to ride this thing all the way out to the very end. And then, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to try to, I'm going to leave like a link for y'all so that if you have any questions along the way, um, and I can help you out, what you can do, what you should not, absolutely not do, typical Orlando. But yeah, it's very busy here. um like I said, the kids are getting ready to go back to school, so it's going to get really busy coming up here for transporting, which is great for us because it's been like crickets, just little baby crickets. And they've just been there hiding in the grass, singing their little songs. And we're very happy to get back into the season. So, but that's really, I think that's it for today. I have noticed that the timer thing, it has been working, setting my timer. I didn't bring it. Oh, and there is something that I did find out, because when I did advise with the practitioner, so it's okay if you drink out of straws after your surgery, but you need to already be like passing gas. You need to already be like having movements, because when you drink out of a straw, it does put air into your body, just so that you know, okay? So, but it doesn't really matter. And chewing gum, it doesn't really matter. You can chew gum. Just make sure that make sure your gum is sugar free. Okay? Trident, for the most part, this is dentist approved. Dentists all around the world, they prefer for people to chew on Trident or Extra if you have dentures. Okay? And they want it to be sugar free. Okay? So, and that will help you keep the moisture, okay, and keep you hydrated. I'm not saying like chew out the whole pack, you know what I'm saying? But this is a way. And then if your throat is hurting, Ricola, can you see that? These are sugar free. These are grapefruit. And they also have the Swiss Alps salt inside of them. But these are sugar free. And they don't taste that bad. If you like that citrus type taste, I mean, I'm a Florida girl. We love citrus out here, for the most part. But that did help my throat. I mean, I did it yesterday night, and I did one early this morning, because when I get up, that's when I really feel it. Because like I said, they had put the thing in my throat, so it was breather, like a breather, you know. And I'm not a doctor, you know what I'm saying, but I know what they did. And but yeah, that did help. I also was gargling salt water at one point, but then I was like, man, I'm gonna have to go buy some cough drops, bro, you know what I'm saying. So I did. I took my butt to the store, and I went through the aisle finding out which one was sugar free. And I wasn't gonna get those El Cheapo ones that are like just lemon flavored. No. Okay, we live in 2026 now. Okay, we can go past that lemon cough drop, okay, or that horrible cherry flavor, which my man made me get that. Is it Linden? Liden, Linden. It's like that cough drop that tastes like candy, but they're sugar free. He made me buy those, and I'm like, yeah, he's probably gonna end up sneaking those out of my purse, you know. I wonder about that guy sometimes. But anyways, that's really it. Those are some of the theories that I had heard in some of these videos. They were like, oh, you can't drink out of a straw ever again, and oh, you can't chew gum, and not ever again, and stop lying. Stop your lies. Should be shame on you. Got people over here trying to make it through this gastric bypass. We're over here drinking our stock and our sugar-free electrolytes and our water and stuff, and trying to take our straws and our gum away from us and our cough drops. Oh my God. But in moderation, okay, ladies and gentlemen, and them and they and whatever else is out there listening to this. But yeah, I really do appreciate you coming, and you know, we share this time together, and you know, saying, educating on, you know, what is going on, and what I'm going through emotionally, you know. Because you know, in actuality, when you are going through this, you are going through it kind of alone, you know. I did notice in the beginning, you know, they do give you kind of like a support group, like it's only literally in the beginning, and you meet like other patients, and you learn that they are you know, they're about to have gastro bypass, or they're getting the lap band, or you know, because there's all cases in there. And then they always candidate one person that's going to be the co-speaker, the one who had like their success story, you know. So we had that in the very beginning, but they don't have that after you've had the surgery, you know. And like I said, you know, a lot of people are having to go through the fact that, you know, their body went through like a major change. So I think in the insurance plan, they need to make sure that like maybe after some time, like after the surgery's over, like maybe 3 months, I would think, because by 3 months I would assume that you've lost a lot of weight, you know. And I think by then you would be eating mechanically, like maybe chopped up food by then, or maybe regular food, I'm not sure. But to like recap and see like how everyone's been doing, and then have like somebody who's like, like the candidate to be the person that, people ask questions to. And because I know that the other videos that I seen, there's people where they are they get very upset, and they start being like really hard on themselves, and but I guess when I get to that point, um I'll try to put out as much information as I can, so that people know, you know, that they're not the only ones who are, going through that, because there's a lot of bariatric stories online. So, but I just got the message that my passengers, they just landed. So I need to go grab them, and I'm going to catch y'all on the next one.